MLB contracts are only growing bigger. A man who never threw an MLB pitch in his life got paid $200 million. This is one of the weirdest spots that MLB has ever been in. We're seeing players who sit on this free agent market, except they have no market, shout out Cody Bellinger, and this has just been weird. Back in December, people said that after the winter meetings, we would start to see signings, and then, okay, time went on. Why are we still not seeing signings? Oh, okay, it's because Ohtani and Yamamoto need to set the free agent market. Okay, well they both sign, it's been over 2 weeks. Yet we have still not seen any traction on the free agent market. So what is the real reason? Why are superstars available only 34 days away from spring training? You don't see stuff like this in the NFL, and you sure as hell don't see stuff like this in the NBA. Why in the MLB is this happening? Well, there's one reason. There's no salary cap in MLB, which makes it very unique. For instance, in football, you're only limited to a certain amount of money. Whereas in MLB, however much that you believe you are worth, you can get paid. This means that you're going to be getting paid a lot of money. And the team obviously wants to save as much money as they can because they're cheap. But it's always been like this in MLB, so why specifically in this offseason is this happening? I have 2 words for you: Scott Boras. Since the 80s, Boras has been the toughest agent in MLB, making sure to earn his players the max amount of money that they possibly can. He's been doing this for really just forever, from Alex Rodriguez to Bryce Harper to Garrett Cole. It never ends. The max amount for a player this offseason shot up significantly after the free agent market was set. This meant that Scott Boras had leverage for his players. He saw other players getting paid, so he knew that his guys, the guys that he represented, were going to be able to get paid more. For example, look at Cody Bellinger. Bellinger was coming off of 3 pathetic seasons in a row, but then he had a good 2023, and he's suddenly a $200 million player. You heard that right, a player who's had 1 good season in the last 4 years. $200 million is a lot, and especially for a player who's been so inconsistent. And it all comes back to being a Scott Boras client. Being his client, you will make more. Same goes for Matt Chapman, one of the best defensive third basemen in all of MLB, yet he is also still a free agent. Or looking at the pitching side of the free agent market, you have Blake Snell. Blake Snell is coming off of a Cy Young year where he led the NL in ERA, not to mention it was one of his best years of all time. There is no reason that teams shouldn't be all over this guy, but oh wait, he's a Scott Boras client. And then our last guy, of course, being Jordan Montgomery. All of these players have one common similarity, and it is Boras. That is why you have not seen this market move, but that isn't the only reason. What you also have to look at is, outside of the Dodgers, no one was making any moves. LA brought in the top 2 free agents, getting Yamamoto and Ohtani. They set that market, giving record contracts. It's just not realistic for any other team to go and do that. Playing in LA, they make a ridiculous amount of profit, so they are able to spend that type of money. Something that, again, other teams just can't do. Actually, we saw the Dodgers make another move yesterday, bringing in, of course, Teoscar Hernandez. He got signed on a 1-year deal worth $25 million. You hear 1-year deal and you're like, all right, but $25 million for 1 year? A player who has regressed every year since 2020, is a strikeout machine, subpar defense. $25 million is a lot of money. They've spent $1 billion in this offseason. How have they been able to do it? Well, they've deferred a lot of money. Something that I think other teams should also look to do in the future, so you can handle these big market free agent signings like the Dodgers are. Either way, this free agent market is forcing owners to spend money, which obviously isn't a bad thing at all, until you realize certain ownerships just won't spend money in that case. Currently, there's 4 teams who have yet to spend $1 in free agency. 2 of them even being big markets with the Cubs and the Yankees. Again, it comes back to the amount of money that they have to spend on players, and that's why it's taking forever. But I do believe we finally have a time frame for when these guys could sign. Specifically the pitching market, we have Shoto Imanaga. He's going to be signing sooner rather than later. Obviously, coming out of Japan, he has a deadline for when he has to sign. That deadline is the 11th, so when he does sign, it should hopefully be kind of a domino effect for other players, and then you can start to see other players also sign. After he signs, the Boras clients sign, such as Blake Snell, such as Jordan Montgomery. But right now, it's become apparent to many that the Scott Boras clients are the one who are holding up free agency. What do you guys think about all this? I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already, and peace out.